Hello everyone, welcome to PSIR 300 Plus channel. I bring you the most innovative and structurally organized one section of PSIR module which is called as Modi Mania, under which our prime focus will be what? Prime Minister Modi ji and his international visits and policy decision making. As you all know that international relations in our country are basically done by executive, which is the prime minister or president. So if we concentrate Prime Minister Modi ji's international trips and the various trade negotiations with regard to economical political box, where we can cover what international relation very comprehensively. Plus, obviously, he is the head of the parliament. He is the head of the government. So all the policy decision makings which are taken by the cabinet are also being coming from what prime minister only. That's why with regard to political science, we will see the various policy decision making of the Prime Minister Modi ji. By combining these two, our focus will be only on Prime Minister Modi ji, and I guarantee you that Modi Mania will be a hit. Okay, in PSIR option 25, 26, 27, 28, what not? Because in PSIR, the main important person is what Prime Minister, and we have the very charismatic leader for our country, that is Modi ji. So do watch all the videos of Modi Mania, and I guarantee you that many of the questions are gonna appear from this particular what Modi Mania series. Other sections I will be covering in static and all for sure, but this is going to be a very rocking playlist that you will be amazed. Okay, so make sure that you be a part of it and tell to all of your friends a new way, a very perfect way to approach what PSIR. Let us now start the first lecture, the two important areas with regard to what Modi Mania, with regard to Prime Minister Modi ji's visit to UK and Maldives. I hope this is all clear to you. Let us go ahead. Hello everyone, welcome to PSIR 300 Plus channel. Today onwards, we are starting a new series which is called as Modi Mania. So it is a new approach with regard to how to prepare for PSIR optional. The strategy is like unique in the country. It has been very well designed and very well organized in the sense that with the help of this particular course, that PSIR, whenever you do the enrollment with me, so you will be able to know that this is the easiest way to study PSIR optional. Okay, that's why a new module has been launched here, Modi Mania. With regard to this, the already you have seen the video, 2 minutes of video, which will be there for all the videos under the Modi Mania. So if you are watching me regularly, you have to just skip the 2 minutes and you have to go to the content and the topic that we are discussing. And if you're new, please do hear that particular video also. You will know what actually we are going to do. Okay, a quick recap of it. Basically in PSIR, okay, we are having international relations and political science. In our administrative setup or in our polity, PM is the head, and international relations are done by executive, which could be PM or president. So our prime focus under Modi Mania will be our PM, with the help of which we can easily cover the international relations along with the public policies that the government is making for the country itself. So a larger part of the PSAR will be covered if our focus is only our honorable Prime Minister. Not only that, we also have here what I say is static PSIR portion is there, which also we will cover in our examination. No need to worry about it. I hope this is clear to you. I will just check whether the audio is like audio symbol is moving or not. Yes, it is all fine. So let us go ahead. So in this particular chapter 1 of Modi Mania, we are going to discuss two important visits of Prime Minister Modi ji. One, we are going to discuss with regard to India and UK. India and UK. Another one, India and Maldives. So today our topic of discussion will be India and UK, India and Maldives, and what are the outcomes in the visits. Outcomes of visit, we will be talking about it. That's all. So in our next class with the same countries, why we have to do trade and why the trade is important. So basically if you talk about our Maldives, so Maldives is here basically. Okay, this is the Maldives here. So with regard to Maldives, it is very important in order to counter the string of pearls of China, we need to have very good relation with what Maldives. Remember this point here. So for the regional security, Maldives is important. That is the reason we have to know the significance of Maldivian relation with India and why we don't take any harsh steps against the Maldives, very small nation, no, not even equal to Goa also. Okay, but they do a lot of that all nonsense they will do, India out campaign, etc. So and so forth. But still, we are able to bear that nonsense and nuisance that they are creating. Why? Because we actually see in a very larger picture of our maritime or Indian security with regard to China's flexing its muscles across the neighbors. Right. So when we talk about Maldives, we will also talk about the significance of Maldives and India in the maintaining the regional security and also securing India's security also. So we'll talk like this. But India is here and UK is here. Okay. So in this case, we don't talk about regional security. So whenever we talk about India and UK, it is more or so related to what trade negotiations only. Majorly trade negotiations, maybe employment exchange, maybe cultural exchange, maybe visa norms would be relaxed. Okay, maybe defense is also we don't do with them much. Space also we don't do with them much. So majority of the strategic sectors we don't do, which are actually a part of the security of the country, we don't do with the UK. Our main focus with the UK is always about what trade only. That is economic also. And we don't even share the political, what I say is that blocks with them, not the economic blocks with them directly. Okay. But with regard to Maldives, we do have economic and political blocks that we need to consider in order to make sure that we maintain good relations and they should also do in reciprocation. Why? Because we are talking about here regional security. I hope this is all clear to you. So in our today's lecture, we are going to talk about what has happened in these two visits. After that, in the next class, I will be talking about the significance of India and UK relations. I will also talk about the significance of India and Maldives. This is how in every 10 days under Modi Mania, I will be covering all the important visits of Prime Minister Modi ji. Along with that, in my shorts, I will be also talking about the important tweets done by what Prime Minister Modi ji in a particular 10 days. I hope this is all clear to you. Let us begin our lecture. Okay, Prime Minister Modi ji on the visit to United Kingdom done on 23rd July. Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement. Remember this point. This there is a very different stages of trade agreement with the countries. Okay, evolving. You can say that evolving. Okay, just like we are, A is a friend of B. B married to what? A sister. Then B become what? Son-in-law. So friendship has changed into what? Relative. Okay, so growing intimacy. That is what growing intimacy. In the same way, slowly there are various stages of trading relations are there between the countries. It start with FTA, then most favored nations, then go with CETA, go with CEPA, then go with common union, etc. So and so forth. We'll talk about it for sure in our any of the video. As a general video, we'll talk about the evolution of bilateral or uh, relations, trade relations among the nations or between the nations. We'll talk about it. I'll give you that particular stages also. Okay, so Prime Minister Modi ji and the UK Prime Minister, they both have zero in, or you can say that finalized collaborations with regard to wide range of sectors, including trade, investment, technology, innovation, defense, education, research, sustainability, health, and people to people ties. So defense, I will talk about it. Not much is there, but all of these areas we are doing a lot. So India and UK, the agreement follows high level deliberations. You might also be aware of this fact. India and UK trade deal has been at a back burner from many years, like almost like 3 to 4 years. This particular deal was coming between these two countries again because of some issues under it. It is halted or abandoned at some time. Again, it is resurfacing. Again, it has been halted. This is generally happening. That's why this is called as landmark deal with the UK. Okay, that's why in many of the newspapers you have seen they are saying landmark agreement between India and UK. Why? Because number of years have passed in order to make the deal successful from the India's perspective. Of course, the agreement follows high level deliberations. High levels are nothing but high level executives like PM himself has went there between the two leaders on the sidelines of G20 summit in the Rio de Janeiro, November 2024. So good thing is Prime Minister Modi ji went to G20 summit, and very warm welcome, very warm relations he has happened. And that suppose if we meet a particular person again and again, what happens? He'll try to help us out, right or wrong. If we don't meet that particular person, obviously he will not help us out. That's the reason that the same thing happened. India and UK prime minister happened to meet in G20 and shared very common and warm welcome among them. That has led to what? The negotiations again started in February 2025, and in July 2025 we have got our trade deal only. Let us see the outcomes of the trade deal. You see that a new गोल्ड स्टैंडर्ड इन ग्लोबल ट्रेड. गोल्ड मीन्स दैट सोने के जैसा है ये ट्रेड, हम जैसा मान रहे हैं, बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स आर देयर फॉर अस. द इंडिया यूके फ्री ट्रेड अग्रीमेंट coupled with unique double contribution convention, very very important. Okay, I'll discuss in short with regard to this convention. Reflects a shared commitment to equitable, sustainable, inclusive growth. Equitable, sustainable, inclusive growth, please remember this. So India and UK are working towards equitable, sustainable, inclusive growth, and which is spanning across various sectors like trade in goods, services. Digital trade is also given importance. Why? Because whatever the OBS software that I am using, maybe you're using Instagram, maybe you're using any of the InShot or Adobe Photoshop whatsoever. So digital trade and financial services or lawyer service, etc., so and so forth. And mobility of professionals, so that I can apply in UK companies, so they'll hire me like that. So we are also actually, government of India is here trying to improve employment opportunities for us and increase our employability, okay, across the border. Key highlights of India UK FTA. First highlight is very very good. I really loved it. That is called as tariff reduction. So elimination of 99% of tariff, covering nearly 100% of trade value. Trade value like India export whatever to UK. Let us suppose 100 crores. The 100 crores goods would goods, whatever the tax will be there, that UK will actually tax for the Indian exports. No, that is 99% decrease. Okay, means on the same value we can able to sell without paying any taxes to the UK government. So 99% of tariff reduction happens, and that 99% covers not only in few value of goods or for 100 crores or something like that, complete 100% of trade. Under it, whatever the goods and services are exchanged, 99% has been reduced. Okay, benefiting key Indian exports such as we can export our textiles, marine products, engineering goods, auto parts, chemicals, leather, footwear, gems and jewelries. The second one is boost to service industry. Okay, significant commitments in the service sector, especially in ITES, professional services like lawyer services, doctor services, or any of the technical services, graphic services. These are called as professional services. Okay, financial services, education, making this one of the most ambitious service sector FTA signed by the UK. Okay, service sector. So boost has been given. Improved mobility for Indian professionals, improved mobility for Indian professionals, including contractual service we can do for the UK suppliers. Okay, business visitors, intra corporate transferees we can do, like TCS can send to UK very easily our employees and they can send, that is also there. Independent professionals like yoga instructor, musicians and chefs can also find employment in the UK. They don't say no now. Okay, improved mobility, this is over. Okay, fine, here will be going. So it's the first of its kind social security exemptions for India's worker temporarily in UK under the double contribution convention, allowing their employer paying UK social security contribution up to 3 years to increase competitiveness and reducing financial burdens. So whenever Indian professional, because this particular point is a subsequent of this point. So from India, we go to UK as a doctor. You go to UK, so here we'll get what social security for 3 years. The employer that who hires the doctor, they will be giving what 3 years of social security, with the help of which what happened, the doctor will have less burdens with regard to the financial on their finances. Plus, UK is creating a very competitive market in the world, that Indian profession should seek what UK more, because they are getting this 3 years of what social security, nothing but in which your health is covered, in which your unemployment is covered, etc., so and so forth. On ease of doing business, addressing non-tariff barriers and ensuring regulatory transparency to promote ease of doing business. So non-tariff barriers which are not related to duties, rates, etc., may related to what phytosanitary measures, maybe related to quality, maybe related to certification. So government of UK has said that they will address the non-tariff barriers and make sure that okay, more of the trade value of flow of goods and services happen between these two countries. And also regulatory transparency. Suppose I supplied UK mangoes, and mangoes has been rejected by UK. I don't know what is the reason. So that is what is the transparency comes into existence. So UK should say me that okay, your lot consists of so and so materials which are banned in our country, that's why we are actually rejecting it. That is only called as regulatory transparency. If these are going to happen, we will have a improved ease of doing business. Then digital trade, as I've already told you, strong provisions are going to get on digital trade and professional services such as architecture, engineering, computer science services, and telecommunications. Doubling the trade. The main aim of this FTA is to expected to, after this things comes into existence and implementation and execution, the expected bilateral trade will double. It seems it is currently valued at 60 billion by 2030 and significantly boost our investments and employment. So that is what has happened. What are the various outcomes we have discussed? Now we'll talk about the shared commitment to global growth. The two vibrant democracies, India and UK, global innovation leaders, Prime Minister Modi ji and Stammer, India and UK reaffirm their commitment to economic collaborations and shared global responsibility. Let climate change, both of them are sharing. Okay, global warming, both of them are sharing. Global peace, both of them are sharing. So we also want Vasudhaiva Kutumbam. They also want a global peace word, right? So that's why we are trying to reshaping the global trade norms and building resilient supply chains. Even the COVID, even in the wars also, these two countries, okay, इनकी दोस्ती चलते रहे, like जय वीरू के जैसा. The agreement is not just about tariff and trade, it represents a very broader commitment to the people of both the countries, the prosperity it is linked with, the partnership between the two countries, investments, etc. It reflects India's emergence as Vishwamitra, a trusted global partner, a future ready economic powerhouse integrated, which is into various global value chains like space, innovation, research, and also supplying lot of brains to the other worlds. Okay, the best of best minds are working in the best of best foreign institutions. So we are adding a lot of value to the global chains. Now let us talk about the second important visit of Prime Minister Modi ji PM on the eve of the visit to Maldives. Traveled to the Maldives at the invitation of President Moizu, okay, to join the celebrations because Maldives is celebrating 60th anniversary. 60th anniversary of independence Maldives is celebrating. Okay, so Maldives is a younger country than us. We are celebrating about 75. They are celebrating